welcome to my channel. It's Sanaya. How are you? That's great, girl. That's great. It's halfway to Halloween. How do we feel about that? I'm excited. There's been a lot going on. I've had a job and I've been dealing with school. I just finished practicals and my written exam about a week ago. I'm currently on my tomorrow will be my second week of summer break because I go back to school on May 19th. But yeah, girl, I've been busy, which means I haven't really been posting content. Boo. I know. But one thing I know for sure is that I did say I want to do something for halfway to Halloween. Not only that, but Summerween especially. That's when I really want to start rolling into horror content a little bit more. But I was like, in the meantime, while I have some downtime, I don't want to do too many vlogs right now because I feel like that's all I do. I do want to sit down and talk a little bit more. So like, why not come back and do a story time for halfway to Halloween? This story time is going to be about my first and almost last haunted experience, like ever. I haven't been to a haunted house since. Before we get into the story time, I'll grab some tea, grab, maybe some water, grab a snack, grab a blanket. It was literally raining outside a few minutes ago. It was like so cozy. So get comfortable because we're about to get into this story time. My first ever haunted experience traumatized me for a few years. I want to say all the way up to like probably 9th grade. It wasn't like horrific, but for my age it was horrifying. It's gnats in here. I was in 4th grade, and growing up I was really scared of like everything. Not to mention my mom, she was in love with horror. Like in love with horror. From locking me in the bathroom after watching Paranormal Activity to practicing SF effects makeup on me. Yeah, she was really deep into horror. It's kind of crazy because now I can look back on that type of stuff and laugh at it, even though I genuinely used to be terrified, because now I love horror. Like genuinely, I have like a love for horror. Years ago in my hometown, we used to have this hunt, or there used to be this hunt, I should say, that like every October people would line up to go into this hunt. And like I said, me being me, I'm a scary cat. I did not want to go on that hunt. So I would pass by it and I would just be trick-or-treating, and my mom or like whoever I'm with would giggle and be like, "You want to go in there?" Knowing that I'm scared, and I'd be like, no, I do not. Every time I pass this hunt, I would see people going with their partners, their friends, their family members, and literally every year the lines would get longer and longer and longer and longer. No lie. Not to mention, this was like the only hunt in our town. When I say we have a small town, I mean like this is a small town, and a lot of people just can't go drive like 30 minutes to an hour away for a hunt. Because most of the time when you're looking for a hunt in the town I'm in, especially now because the hunt no longer exists, you'll end up looking for hunts and they'll be like 2 hours or an hour and 30 minutes away. Most people would take their kids trick-or-treating first, then come back around to take them through the hunt, especially if they weren't in line first, because the lines, like I said, used to get long, and they got longer as the years progressed, because I'm pretty sure like people were coming from other towns and other cities to come to the hunt too. So again, this is 4th grade, 2014. My first and last year. I think this was 2014. It was either 2014 or 2013, so I was either 8 or 9 around this time. But for the sake of the video, we're just gonna say 9, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Now I can't remember a lot about that day, but I do remember that I dressed up down my grandma's house, and that I went as Cleopatra. Originally, I do remember I was supposed to be an angel, I believe, but for some reason I decided to go with Cleopatra. I had like this white flowy dress on, and I think a shawl or something because it was cold outside, and a little headpiece or something like that. I don't have a picture, unfortunately. At least I don't believe so. I'll try to ask my mom if she has any pictures on Facebook or something that she can hand over to me that I can put in here to show you guys. Personally, I think my mom enjoyed Halloween way more than me. Like, It's like every time when I was younger, Halloween came around, like she was always so excited to dress me up, go trick-or-treating and see everybody's costumes, and I was just here for the candy. And even then I didn't really want to go out because I was just scary, point blank, period. And in my 9-year-old head, really, I'm just hoping that I don't end up getting chased, because this is around the time when people would dress up as Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and walk up and down the street to scare people, especially little kids. Like they would like chase you a little bit, just a little bit. And I didn't like that. I wanted to gather my candy in peace. I want to clarify that this night I had no intentions of going into a haunted house. Absolutely zero. Strictly trick-or-treating. Get into that money, that pyramid scheme money. So I do my rounds of knocking on doors and trick-or-treating, and we're about to head back in to the car, me, my mom, and my grandma. My mom, she's passing the haunted house a little bit. She's seeing the line. It's kind of like down a little bit, and she's like, I think we should go into the house. I said no. And I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here at my grandma. And she's like, well, your grandma's going in too. I said, okay, I'll stay outside by myself. Sorry, anything to not go in that haunted house. So here's where I knew that things were getting tricky and that they were low-key setting me up, because they both simultaneously were like, okay, but you have to come to the front with us. Now, to y'all, this might seem like, that's reasonable. You know, you're 9 years old and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, in the Black community here, I don't know if we have this thing, but we will not leave our kids anywhere, at least for the most part. Maybe this is my family, you know, maybe this is my family in general. And so for them to agree to let me stay outside with a bunch of strangers in the front on Halloween night was already insane to me. But I was like, maybe they finally understand that I literally do not like this stuff, you know. So I was like, okay, thank you guys, I'll come to the front. I forgot to bring up that this is like a kiddie haunted house with moderate scares. At least to me, I feel like a 10-year-old could go in it and be fine, like by themselves. Like you would be fine, especially because at my classmate, or who used to be my classmate, her mom was over the hunt, and she was the sweetest person I knew. So it's like, literally the hunt was like easy peasy. I just didn't want to go in there. I'm in the front of the line with them. People are literally breathing on each other to get into this hunt. You could tell people have their little groups of people who they're gonna go in with. We get to the front of the door, and she's like, okay, Sanaya, come on. What? I think I remember me like sort of begging and pleading. I was like, no. And my mom was like, just hold on to my shirt. And I'm like, no. And so literally I'm getting dragged in. I think people are like a little bit like laughing but cheering me on a little bit. And she's like tugging on me. She's like, come on, Sanaya, come on. And I remember I elbowed someone in their nose trying to get away from them. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I was a little girl in a Cleopatra costume. I literally did not mean to elbow you. I was stepping on toes. I was doing anything I could to get away, and I still ended up in the hunt. Yeah, I'm inside the hunt and tears are already flowing. Like, and mind you, nothing has even happened yet. They closed the door and I'm already in tears. My mom's like, just hold on to my shirt, girl. My grandma's in the front, and it's literally a mess. I can't remember anything but me just crying. And I see my classmate that I was talking about earlier. She was like in the barn. It was just a bunch of kids like being like, we're gonna get you, blah, blah, blah. So that kind of made it easier. And I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is yeah. Then we turned the corner, and there was a dark hallway, and I was like, oh no. Like, I wanted to turn around so bad, but I couldn't because the door was closed already. So now I can't see. It's like pitch black in there almost, except for like a few LED lights or black lights, I should say. I'm walking and I'm noticing the floor feels weird. The floor wasn't even a floor. It was mattresses as a hallway. I don't know if you've ever tried to walk on a bunch of mattresses. It's not fun. You're literally wobbling all over the place. Like, I could not stay upright. So my mom, I'm on her shirt like this. I'm like, I'm screaming, I'm I'm crying, and she's laughing her butt off. Like, she's getting a kick out of this. This guy, he had to be like probably in middle school. He pops out of this little window. He's like, oh, he has the mask on. I peed on myself. I'm not lying to you. I peed on myself. I turn around, my grandma done fell. So I'm thinking, you know, I might as well go back and help my grandma get up, because they're both sitting there laughing like it's all funny, and I'm literally bawling, mind you. I look at the end of the hallway, and it's the girl who looks like she's from the Rings, and I'm petrified because that's the way I have to go to get out. And I'm just like, I start crying even more. And I peed on myself. I'm wobbling all over the place. I'm crying. And my grandma done fell. My mom's not helping me. And so I look back, I was like, you gonna help her? And she was like, you gonna help her, you gonna come with me? Just take a guess on what I did. I went with my mom. I went with my mom. I'm sorry. I couldn't save my grandma. I had to go. The girl walks up to me, like the girl that looked like she's from the Rings. When I tell you, I've never like screamed so loud. Probably like, it was a whole mess, and then to turn a corner, somebody else there, and it's a whole mess, and it's just a lot of crying and peeing going on. Like, so the hallways, I'm going down the hallway like this, then you turn a corner, and it's another hallway there like this, and then there's a door there that you go out of. Like I said, very kiddie, you know, with moderate scares, so nothing to really be afraid of. I was just scared of everything. Walk out the backyard, and it's no longer dark. It's like lights everywhere, so you can see where you're going. Slob and snot and tears all down my face. I mean, it was all down here. It was a mess. My grandma didn't even come out yet, and I'm not even going back in. So I turn the corner, and the lady is there who's over the hunt, like I said, and she knows me because she knows my mom. So yeah, they've known each other, so she knows me because she's known me since birth. Literally, she rises out her casket, and here I am sobbing. She's like, oh no, what's wrong, sweetheart? What's wrong? Why are you crying? Lady, you know why I'm crying. You know why I'm crying. I got like a scoop of candy to put in my basket because they had like candy for the kids out there. And honestly, I was still really shaken up, so I was still crying a little bit. But I got it together, and I think people know that I was the one that was screaming because nobody else was in there but us yet. So they saw me, they were laughing a little bit, which I'm fine with. My grandma wasn't injured, for anybody wondering. She was fine. She just fell, and I'm gonna go help her. So I think regardless of the experience, I kind of have like a hate-love relationship with it. I hate how it made me feel at the moment because I genuinely was terrified, but also I feel like it kind of made me conquer a fear that I didn't know I had, which was haunted houses. And I was literally, when I say I'm a scary cat, when I was a scary cat, do not underestimate that. I was scared of everything. So I feel like if my mom didn't like push me through that to just come in the haunted house, I wouldn't enjoy Halloween like how I do now. I wouldn't enjoy horror movies like how I do now. And I've kind of grown to like really love that experience, honestly. At the time, for probably until 9th grade, I genuinely was terrified of haunted houses. I didn't want to go into anything. But I think now that I've grown up, I have talked to a few of my friends and my mom and family members about, I think we should go to haunted houses. I think we should, you know, try to do this, try to do that. Because why not? You know, you only live once. I do enjoy a good scare. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a haunted house, especially because the one that we used to have doesn't exist anymore for reasons of like traffic control type of reasons, I believe. Well, crowd control, I should say. I keep running out of storage, and it's getting dark outside now if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to end the video here. I do have more things to talk about, but I'll do that in another video. Happy halfway to Halloween again to everybody who's watching this. And thank you for watching. Bye. Love yous.